Today we are going to discuss about Topper IIT NEET Foundation. In the Topper IIT NEET Foundation, we are going to discuss about biology, 6th class biology. In that the first lesson is nutrition in living organisms. So in last class we are already discussed about what are the living organisms and what are the different properties of living organisms are there, and based on which criteria we are divided the living organisms, and which type of energy sources the organisms are living. These are all are we are already discussed in the last class. So now today we are going to discuss about life processes. So the processes which are involved in the organism to perform the existence of the life, to exist the organism's life. That processes are called as life processes, the basic processes which are mainly important for the existence of organism's life. They are called as life processes. So for example, if you take these life processes, there are so many different processes are there, from lower organism to the higher organism. From in the lower organism, the complexity of the organism is somewhat low when compared to the higher organisms. So in that way, from the higher organism, lower organism to the higher organism, the systems which are present in the organism body is also complex. Means they will become complex, from simple to the complex manner they will be converted. So the basic processes which are mainly important for the existence of the life in the living organisms, they are called as life processes. So today we are going to discuss about different basic life processes which are present in the organisms. In that, the coming to the first process, that is called as nutrition. What is that process? Nutrition. So nutrition means we are already know, from birth onwards we are eating more and more different varieties of the food materials. So that food materials we are eating, and they are undergoing digestion, and they are performing so many number of chemical reactions. During that chemical reactions, the energy will be released. So the released energy which is utilized by the organism, then it is mainly meant for the growth of that organism. So that process is called as nutrition. So means the intake of the different varieties of the food material which is used for growth of organism and the energy of the living organism, that is called as nutrition. Then coming to the another important process that is involved in the organisms is respiration. So the respiration process. So this respiration is nothing but after intake of the food material. What happen? It will be the digestion of the food material, means the breakdown of largest complex molecules into simple molecules will be occurs during the process of digestion in the nutrition. So after nutrition process, what happens? The digested food material is going to every cell of our body. So in every cell of the body, the whatever the simple material, that will be further simplified into simplified by using different type of chemical reactions and by using different enzymes, and that will be converted into carbon dioxide and water. So during the formation of this carbon dioxide and water, it will release some amount of energy. This energy is utilized by the organism for the survival of that organism. Then coming to the next type of process that is present in the organisms is transportation. What is that? Transportation means after digestion of the food material, the food material will be, means the simple material will be combined with the whatever the blood, whatever the liquid material will be there in our body, that will be combines with this digested food material, and it is transported to every part of our body. So that process of transportation of different food materials, the simplified food materials into different parts of our body. That process is called as transportation. So like that, different processes are there. Not only that one, and another important process which is present in the organisms is excretion process. So in the excretion process, after digestion of the food material, whatever the waste material which is present in the organisms is eliminated by the organism. Means whatever the material which is present in the organism is eliminated as the one of the waste product. So that we are also called that as a digestion process. In the digestion process, the digested food material will be eliminated to the outside of the environment in the form of fecal matter. So that process in which the waste material, whatever the toxic material, whatever the unwanted material which is required to the body will be eliminated to the outside of the environment. That process is called as excretion. And then coming to the next important process which is present in the life processes is control and coordination. What is that? Control and coordination. So in the control and coordination, so in our body we are in our body lot of activities we are doing from every day of our life. So during that activities, some accidents, some accidental phenomenons also will be occurs. For example, natural calamities also occurs. For example, if you are going on a road, any snake is arriving towards you, then what you can do, immediately you will opposite direction or in sidewise you will be going to the outside. Yes or no? Means here you are, whenever you are seeing a snake, immediately you are running toward opposite to the towards the snake. So that means we are controlling our body. And for example, if any person is coming towards you and slapping you, immediately you again slapping that person. Means that is called as reflex action. Means whenever any attacking to our body will be occurred by another organism, then immediately you are responding to that particular environment. That process in which the control and coordination of our body organs and whatever the organelles which are present in our body, that all comes under this control and coordination. So mainly, if you take our human being body, in our body, our brain and medulla oblongata, spinal cord, which are plays very important role in control and coordination. And also, according to the environmental changes, we are responding to that climatic condition. For example, in outside of the environment, any very much cold is there, means immediately you will respond to that and you will wear a sweater towards your body for covering of your body. Or if any hot condition, high temperature will be there, means you want very coldness in your surroundings. Means these are all are some of the controlling phenomena which are protecting your body towards that climatic conditions which are naturally occurs in our environment. So here in the control and coordination, you are controlling your body by using different parts which are present in our body. So this is comes under the control and coordination. Then coming to the next important process that is involved in our body, that is called as growth. Growth means nothing but the increase in the size of the body. Means from childhood onwards, from the birth onwards, from the naive organism onwards, we are growing and growing and growing. For up to the 18 years or 20 years age, we are growing for a certain height and certain size and certain weight. Yes or no? Means in our body, our morphological, means our physical factors will be changed from day to day of our life. So this in the total life, in the day to day of our life, the organism shows change in the size, shape and structure of the organism's body. These are all comes under the growth. How the growth will be occurs in the organisms means the increase in the size means for example, if you are seeing any childhood person, means if you are seeing any baby, newborn baby, so she is somewhat for example, she is somewhat 10 centimeters or 15 centimeter height will be there. For whenever she is growing size means she is during the growth of the age period, the size of the organism is also increased from day to day of our life. It will be depends on the whatever the nutritional requirements which are taken by that organism. Means if that organism takes very much nutritious healthiest food material means the organism body will grow increasing very much increasing manner. Or for example, if that organism will take less amount of the food material means less growth will be occurs in that organism size. So the size of body will be increased in the process of the growth will be occurs in the but it will be different from organism to organism. For example, if you take plants, plants shows growth towards the age means overall the age the plant shows growth growing towards that age. Up to the particular age it will grows, after that it will be stops growing, like that it will be not happens in the plants. For example, if you take any organism, up to particular age only the growth will be seen in the organism's body. So that is comes under the growth of the organism. And then coming to the another important process which is occurs in the organisms is protection, means responding to the environment and also protection. So for example, any enemies will be attacking towards our human beings body means immediately we will respond to that body and we will change that means we are responding to that environmental changes which are occurs in our body. So these are all are some of the basic processes which are involved in the organisms from lower to the higher. If you see the lower organism, the process of these life processes will be very simple phenomena, but if you take higher organism, more complexity of that organization will be occurs in the higher organisms. That why the processes also very complex manner, in a complicated manner every process will be occurs in the higher organism. For example, if you take any amoeba is a simple unicellular organism which is containing irregular shaped body. This irregular shaped body containing organism will perform all the life processes by this only single cell. Means the single cell perform all these functions: nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, control, growth. All these are occurs by this only single cell. But if you take higher organism, for example, if you take our body, during the nutritional process, we are taking food material with the help of the mouth. From the mouth, it will be going to the pharynx. From the pharynx, it is going towards the esophagus. From that, it will be going to the stomach. From that, small intestine, large intestine, and finally it ends with the anus. So, during that process of digestion also, it will be transported to every part of the body through the blood stream during the transportation. So very much complex formation will be there in the complex organisms. So these life processes all are very complicated in the higher organisms. So these are the some of the basic life processes which are present in the living organism for the existence of the life. So then coming to the another important topic, that is about our so in the nutrition process, whatever the food material which is taken by the living organisms, the process is called as nutrition. Means maybe the organism will take carbohydrates or fat material or protein material, vitamins, minerals, salts, any type of food material which is taken by the organism's body, living organism's body for the existence of their life, means for the survival of that living organism. That material, that process is called as nutrition. And in that another terminology will be there. What is that means nutrients. What are they? Nutrients. Nutrients means the materials which are taken by the living organisms, means the living organisms are taking carbohydrates, fats, minerals, salts, proteins, like different varieties of the food materials are taken by the organisms. So these different varieties of the organisms which are taken by the organisms, whatever the food material which is taken by the organism's body, that materials are called as nutrients. For example, if you take carbohydrates, these carbohydrates are some of the important energy sources which are taken by the organism's body. And for example, if you take fat materials, these fat materials are also energy yielding materials which are taken by the organisms. For example, if you take proteins, or if you take some of the vitamins, so these vitamins and proteins are very important for the body building, means for the increase in the structure of the body. For the size and structure of the body increasing, we are taking these proteins and vitamins as the food material sources. So these carbohydrates, fats are important for energy sources, and proteins, vitamins are important for the body building. So these are all are some of the materials which are taken by the organisms. So these materials are called as nutrients. So these nutrients are taken by the organisms, and by using the different varieties of the chemical reactions and the enzymes which are present in the organism's body, in the process of digestion, the materials, the very complex materials which are taken by the organisms are converted into simple molecules. These simple molecules are utilized by the organisms in the process of nutrition. So the total process will be called as nutrition, and the materials which are taken by the organisms are called as nutrients. So these nutrients are converted complex materials into simple forms in the process of digestion. So these are the this is about the nutrition. Then coming to the how many types of nutrition are there, means in which way the organisms is all the organisms which are present on the earth will take same type of materials, or same mode they will be take nutrient materials, that will be discussed in this. So in which way the organisms are taking food material? By different varieties of the living organisms. Means for example, if you take plants, or for example if you take animals, in the animals also there are herbivorous organisms are there, carnivorous organisms are there, and some of the organisms are taking dead plants and animals as the food material. So there are a lot of different varieties of the organisms are there in the nature. So these in which way the organisms are taking food material into the organism's body, we are discussed in the mode of nutrition. So the process of nutrition, in which way the organism is taking food material, that is comes under modes of nutrition. What is that? Modes of nutrition. So in the modes of nutrition, the living organisms which are present on the earth, mainly the organisms are taking mainly two types of mode of nutrition. How many types of modes are there in the nutrition process? Two types are there. One is called as autotrophic mode of nutrition, autotrophic mode of nutrition, and another one is called as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. What is that? Heterotrophic nutrition. So first one is autotrophic nutrition. Second one is heterotrophic nutrition. So autotrophic nutrition means nothing but the plants, whatever the plants which are present in the nature are taking food material and prepare their own food material by that own organisms. Means the plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and also water from the soil, and they will absorb the sunlight from the environment. During the many number of photosynthetic chemical reactions, the organism perform photosynthetic process. During that process, the organism prepare their own food material. So that process in which the organism prepare their own food material by using the sunlight. I already told to you, the energy sources are depending on the energy sources. We are divided the organisms into mainly two types. In the last class, we are already discussed about these energy sources. So what are the types? One is phototrophs and the second one is chemotrophs. Phototrophs means the energy source will be light energy. So means the organisms which are depends mainly on the light as the energy source, sunlight as the energy source. Then that organisms are called as phototrophs. Some of the other organisms are depends on the chemicals as the energy sources. They are comes under the chemotrophs. Here the plants are takes sunlight as the energy source, means they are phototrophs, and prepare their own food material by taking carbon dioxide and water. By taking carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and water from the soil, whatever the water which are poured to the water by ourselves, that will be observed by the plant, and they perform so many number of chemical reactions during the process of photosynthesis. In the process of photosynthesis, whatever the food material which is prepared by the plants, it will be consumed by that plants. Then remaining material will be stored in the inside the plant. So that process is called as autotrophic nutrition. Means the organisms which prepare their own food material. So the process is called as autotrophic nutrition. So in the autotrophic nutrition, there are some of the bacteria, means photosynthetic algae you take, or photosynthetic bacteria you take. For example, you know euglena. So that is also one of the photosynthetic organism which is one of the parasite protozoan. So like that there are some of the bacteria, some of the algae. These are also prepare their own food material during the process of photosynthesis. So these are all our plants are comes under these autotrophic nutrition. Then another important type of nutrition is heterotrophic nutrition. What is that nutrition? Heterotrophic nutrition. So in the heterotrophic nutrition, here hetero means different. Here autotrophic nutrition means, here auto means own, means itself. So here the nutrition materials will be prepared by itself, by the organism. Means the organism prepare its own food material by itself. So that's why this process is called as autotrophic nutrition. But here hetero means different. Trophic means nutrition. Means here the organisms can't prepare their own food material. They depends on the other organisms for the food material purpose. So this type of organisms are called as heterotrophic nutrition, and the organisms are called as heterotrophs. What are the organisms? Heterotrophs. Means for example, some of the organisms are taking plants as the food material. For example, if you take cows, buffaloes, or you take goats, sheep, deers, okay, giraffes. These are all are herbivorous organisms which are taking plants as the food material. Means in the plant, already I said some of the food material is utilized by the plants, and another remaining material will be stored inside the plant. So that will be utilized by these organisms. So, and some of the organisms, for example, if you take our human beings, or if you take another some insects, cockroaches you take, or for example if you take another important that tiger, lion, wolf, these are all are some of the organisms which are depends on the other organisms for the food material. They are not having ability to prepare their own food material, means they can't prepare their own food material. They depends on the other organisms for the food material. This process is called as heterotrophic nutrition. So in this heterotrophic nutrition, different types of the animals and some of the bacteria are also comes under this heterotrophic nutrition. Here this heterotrophic nutrition again divided into three types. How many types? Phytic nutrition, one is called as saprophytic nutrition, and another one is called as holozoic nutrition, and another important one that is called as parasitic nutrition. So again we are divided this heterotrophic nutrition into how many types? Mainly three types. So here one is called as saprophytic nutrition, and another one is called as holozoic nutrition, and third one is called as parasitic nutrition. So here saprophytic nutrition means the organisms takes food material from dead plants and animals, whatever the organic materials or whatever the dead organic materials which are present in the environment, they are consumed by these type of organisms. For example, if you take in our homes, in the corners of our home, there are some black stripe thread like structures will be appears. They are called as fungi. This fungi will take nutritional materials from the dead, whatever the dead plants or dead animals, whatever the organic material which is present in our environment, that will be consumed by that fungi. For example, if you take any bread, so if you brought any bread packet from the shop, and if you open that and you eat some bread, after that you will keep that bread in open place, in the open air for 2 or 3 days. After 2 or 3 days, if you take that bread, and the bread, the black spots will be appears on the outside of the bread. So they are that black spots are nothing but fungi, bread fungi or bread mold. So that bread mold is growing on that bread. It will takes food material from that rotten bread, means that decayed material. So like that different materials. For example, if you take some of the organisms, some of the smallest organisms, where whatever the dead plants, whatever the dead animals are there, on that also different living organisms will be appears on that body. So they are the whatever the organisms which takes food material from that dead plants and dead animals, and whatever the organic material which is present in the environment, that food material is taken by the organisms, then the type of nutrition is called as saprophytic nutrition. Best example for saprophytic nutrition is bread mold, fungi. For example, if you take mushrooms, you know mushrooms, so they are also growing in the outside of the whatever the organic or whatever the dead plant animal waste material will be there, and that garbage or sewage materials, the mushroom will be growing. So that mushroom is also one of the saprophytic mode of nutrition example. So bread mold you will take an example, and another one is called as mushroom you will take an example. So these are all comes under saprophytic mode of nutrition. Then coming to the another important one that is called as holozoic nutrition. So in holozoic nutrition, the organisms will take total food material with the help of our mouth. Means the material, whatever the food material, in a complicated, complex manner, it will be taken by the organism's body. So in a that process is called as holozoic nutrition. Means here if you take any organisms, means animals you take or human beings you will take, so these are all are consume their food material with the help of their mouth. Means one organ which will be helpful for taking of organ food material into their body, that process is called as holozoic. Means when coming to this saprophytic nutrition, whatever the food material which is taken by these saprophytic organisms, they will takes that food material in the form of liquid material. Means whatever the dead plants animals will be there, and that organism will release some of the soluble enzymes. That soluble enzymes, it will be converted that material into some soluble nutrient forms. So that soluble nutrients or that liquid material will be consumed by that organism. So that is comes under the saprophytic nutrition. But here in the holozoic nutrition, in a solidifying manner, we are taking food material into our mouth. For example, we are the human beings, we are taking different varieties of carbohydrate, protein, fat, sourced containing materials into our body, with the help of the mouth. Means whenever we are taking food material with the help of our hand, and we are keeping our hand towards the mouth, and we are eating that food material into our body. So that type of nutrition is called as holozoic nutrition. The type of nutrition is called as holozoic nutrition. So example for this holozoic nutrition is all animals and some of the human beings are also comes under this holozoic type of nutrition. Then another important type of nutrition is called as parasitic nutrition. Here the organism will takes food material from another organism's body. Means it is either living in the organism other, or it is unwantedly it is taken from that organism's body. So from the other organism's body, food material will be absorbed by that organism. That type of nutrition is called as parasitic nutrition. For example, if you take in the plants, is cuscuta. What is that? Example, cuscuta.